ಹಲೋ.
ಇವಾಗ ಕೇಳಿಸ್ತಿಲ್ಲ ಸರ್?
ಕೇಳಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ ಈಗ?
ಕೇಳಿಸ್ತಾ.
ಇದು ನಿನ್ನೆ ವಿಡಿಯೋ ಹಾಕಿದ್ನಲ್ಲ, ಅದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಆಡಿಯೋ ಬಂದಿತ್ತಾ?
ಇಲ್ಲ, ಬಂದಿಲ್ಲ ಸರ್.
ಅದೇ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಇದು ನನಗೆ ಡೌಟ್ ಬಂತು. ಬರೀ ಹೆಂಗಾಯ್ತು ಪಿಕ್ಚರ್ ಹೋಯ್ತಾ ಹೇಗಾಯ್ತು ಅಂತ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಓಕೆ, ಎನಿವೆ ಲೆಟ್ us start from the beginning so that we will know how much you have understood and we can continue, learn something more also. Okay. So, who is this person now, you remember?
Yes, sir. That 7-year-old boy who becomes a professor.
Yeah, his name is Subarno Bari. Subarno Bari. Now they called him as Subarno Isaac Bari because after Isaac Newton, it seems he is the youngest scientist at the age of 7. So his original name was Subarno Bari. They have changed it to Subarno Isaac Bari. So today I will play with the sound also. So you just go through it. Let us see. At the end I will ask you whether you hear the sound.
Okay.
Seven-year-old Subarno Isaac Bari became the youngest professor in the history of mankind.
Hi, when I was a kid, I used to play on the ground, but this kid became a professor only at the age of 7, and until now, he is the youngest professor in the world. Who is he and how he became a professor in a very young age?
Hi, my name is Subarno Isaac Bari. I'm 7 years old.
Subarno Bari is a Bengali American prodigy. He is known as Subarno Isaac Bari because after Sir Isaac Newton, he is the youngest professor globally and people know him as the Einstein of our time. He grew up in New York City, United States of America. He is so genius that he started talking when he was only 6 months. And he could solve math, physics, chemistry problems when he was only 2. Then his parents started sharing his videos on the internet. Later on, he got an invitation from Voice of America to have an interview. And he is the youngest person ever to be in conversation with Voice of America.
And today we're going to be looking at reflection and refraction.
In 2018, Harvard University acknowledges him as a scientist, and in 2020, he is recognized as a professor of Harvard University. He becomes a visiting professor at Mumbai University too. Receives the Child Prodigy Award from the Nobel winner Kailash Satyarthi for his incredible efficiencies in the field of math, physics, and for the anti-terrorist campaign. He also authored a book named The Love.
The main idea of my book is focused on the topic of a Muslim child's struggle to create a world without terrorism.
Barack Obama, the then President of United States of America, didn't make mistake to recognize him too. He sent a letter congratulating him in 2016. And so many renowned university professors and chancellors wrote to him so far.
Why do you think you're so smart?
Well, I think I'm so smart because I can solve PhD level math, physics, and chemistry problems at an age I believe no other can.
You know what? Nothing can stop the persons born extraordinarily. They can go beyond everything. Just need a good nourishing and wishing him good luck.
Hello.
Ah,
Did you hear the sound also?
ಕೇಳಿಸ್ತು ಸರ್.
Okay, very good, very good. So let us continue the lesson. So this is general instruction we have to repeat because it will more times we will repeat, we will remember, that's all. So we must follow it, that is very important. Even though there is something like decrease in the corona infection right now, but they say that there is third wave and fourth wave coming like that. So for our own safety, it is necessary to wear a mask at all times, particularly when you go out of the house, and maintain a minimum social distance of 6 feet or 2 meters from all others at all times, particularly in large gathering. It is necessary to wash your own hands frequently with soap and water. However, if soap and water is not available immediately, then the sanitizer is used. But it is necessary to see that you will wash the hand with soap and water as soon as soap and water is available, and we should avoid taking food with the sanitized hands. Now, it is necessary to take needed vaccine doses in time, if not already taken. I think now there is something like all college going boys, they are giving vaccination at several centers. So check your center also, but I think 2-3 days back there was a camp in Malleshwaram also, you know. I don't know whether you have gone or not, I do not know. So whenever that is announced, please see that take it so that it will be at your own safety. So your health and safety is important for everybody. Now, statistics is a very interesting as well as important subject. It is useful for all disciplines, whether engineering, science, mathematics, commerce, accountancy, social science, anything like that. So it is better to become familiar with the subject so that we'll be able to know its usefulness. Now, let us start the lesson now. So if we have just started with full spirit, that means already it is more than half done. That is like that. So well begun means any work, it is always more than half done. So there will be written examination at all the education boards, but in future they may change. They may make it everything online and only multiple choice questions we do not know. Otherwise, they are to be written in answer book supplied straight from the memory. So whatever we learn and practice several times, it will be remembered in our own memory, and it is difficult to erase it. Because even if you make a slightest effort, just try to forget something, then you will actually remember more and more. It's difficult to forget even if you apply sufficient effort. So anything that is conceived and believed in the mind can be easily achieved in the simplest possible way and in the shortest possible time. That also effortlessly. When we are interested in doing some work, we will definitely not notice that there is difficulty in doing the work.
Yes.
So at the end, you have to give your feedback also about how was whether the speed of presentation is okay, or you have to make it slow or fast. Is it the language that is used is easy to understand, things like that. So these things will help us to improve the future presentation of lessons. Particularly, we are making this specially designed approach, spending several sleepless nights for preparation of the material itself. So it should become useful for more and more people. That is the idea. And anybody should be able to easily understand by listening to the lecture and looking at the things like that. And this is a particularly activity-based program. So don't keep on looking at the screen. You have to work with the pencil and paper or pen and paper as the case may be. it is necessary to make use of the instrument box if you have for drawing graphs and other things. Plus a calculator you can always use, particularly if the mental arithmetic is not possible. But it is preferable to try some problems using without calculator, so that your mental arithmetic can be done faster than the calculator, because instead of searching something somewhere, etc., pressing the buttons, getting the answers, you will not get the feeling. So try how best you can practice without the calculator if possible. Otherwise, you can always use. And for this subject, they will allow the scientific calculator also for using the exams. So you must learn how to use the scientific calculator also. What are the buttons that are there, and how they are used for processing the data or information. So important thing is to learn any subject, no matter whether it is statistics or any other subject also, we have to repeatedly make our attempts to study several times. Say first time any new subject is difficult to understand, because there will be so many terminologies connected with the subject, and therefore unless we are correctly understanding them, it is difficult to proceed further. Then after studying whatever you understand, that must be simplified repeatedly, so that it is written in your own words and in your own language, so that anytime you can reproduce it, whether it is examination or an entrance test or whatever it is like that. Now, this study simplify must be standardized to some simplest possible form, so that it can be used repeatedly later on. So the steps are not just done once, but repeatedly we have to do several times in the beginning, so that you can really become an eminent scientist or a professor or engineer or innovator, like that Subarna Bari, like that, in the shortest possible time and in the simplest possible way. So to become eminent scientist or professor, engineer, innovator, you have to do three more things. They are practice. Several times you have to practice working out the problem. Just by looking at the problem, yes, I can do it, means it will not help. We have to keep on practicing, so that the speed of working will improve. So that is actually important for writing in exams. Every minute saved in answering a question can be used for answering a next question. If we take more time on the one question, then there will not be a time available for the next question like that. So at the end, we will have to say we knew everything, but time given was insufficient. So to avoid that, what you have to do, several times practice the same thing without looking at the already worked out example. Try to see whether you can do it yourself from the mind. If there is difficulty, you refer it back, so that you will get the steps. So if you do 3-4 times like that, then everything will be in the mind, and you don't need any book or any other written material at all. You will be able to do on your own. So beginning, it is called Brahma Vidya. It is very difficult when you are learning a new subject. But once you learn, it will be very,
It will be very easy.
yeah, very easy. We will not know at all. For example, even going by cycle also, beginning there is extremely difficult it is. Afterwards, we may be going in the cycle, there may be other friends may be coming on the either side or behind, etc. We will be talking to them and we are pedaling. Finally, we will not know how soon we have come back to our house or like that. This was even seen in villages also, you see. Villages, the farmers will go to the town using bullock cart, and the bullock will remember which is the road, how to go, where there are ups and downs, things like that. In the town, they will be there from morning to evening, maybe either for selling the goods produced or for buying something else in exchange. And in the dead of night, no electricity in the roads, etc. Simply, the bullocks will bring the cart and stop just in front of the house only, because this has become practice for them. So like that, we will be also able to practice more, means we will remember everything, and it is difficult to erase anything from the memory. So whenever you find time, you keep on solving the problems. Beginning, what happens, it will be a small portion we are covering. Next day, something else is added. Next day, something else is added. So if you keep on practicing from the beginning several times, the first lesson you will be practicing more number of times, then the next one, then the next one, like that. And at the end, you will be remembering everything because one lesson was done in the previous day and all others we have repeated several times. You see, that is what is important, to save time in examination hall and use it more productively so that more marks you can get. Marks getting is one thing, another is learning the subject is very important.
Yes.
So statistics means it is thinking about the problems, solving problems using alternate methods. So there may be different methods of solving a problem. So how many are there? We don't have to learn everything, but among the available things, which is the best for us, each individual will like a particular method. So that method we can practice and solve the problem. Then you have to give the results of or the answers of solving the problem using mathematical language. That a terminologies like mean value, arithmetic mean, and average value, standard deviation, variance, things like that. So here there is necessary to try to solve several problems. In that process, we may make several mistakes also. Doesn't matter. You evaluate the procedure once again. There may be some mistake in entering the values obtained from calculator or by our own mind also. Because sometimes what happens, we press some keys and that key is not pressed in the calculator correctly. So if it is like 14.01, it may have showing it as 1.01, we do not know. Similarly, sometimes if you press a button, say number 3 once, it may repeat 2-3 times also, if there is a loose contact like that. So it is necessary to keep on evaluating, check with the available answers, if any, to find out whether mistake is done by us or from the author of the book itself, because book also can have the printing mistakes about the answers. So this is to be repeated several times, and that is what is needed. So beginning, you may feel it difficult, but it will become very, very easy as you keep on proceeding. I think with the first lesson we had the other day, I think you are now in a better position to understand and learn the subject, I think so. Is it so?
Yes, sir.
So self-trust is very important for success. If we do not have confidence in us, we will not be able to make progress.
Succeed.
Yeah. That is what is important. So that is what is said. Remember the fact that journeys of 1,000 kilometers or more also, they have to start from the first single forward step, not the backward step. So if we put the first step, then second one automatically comes. It will take time. Some people can reach faster, some people can take more time,
Slowly.
but it is possible. So this yesterday I have already told you, Sarvagna Vachanas, there are plenty of Vachanas are there. But in the books, where there may be like 300, 350, 600, something like that, different volumes they are published. Some of them I have selected here, it is useful for our studies. One is, you remember that Yella Ballavarilla, the person who knows everything is not at all there. And if at all there is someone, Ballavaru Balilla, see those who know everything, even if they are only very few, we can count in the hands. We don't require calculator or anything. Then Balavilla Ballavarido, that means even if some people know the subject, see many do not know how to teach others. See, if you give a problem to them, they may solve and give you, but they will not be able to tell you how you can solve yourself. So that is one part. Second part is, because they are very few in democratic place where people have to decide by raising hands, these people will not be useful. That is the thing. Sahitya means in general, they may call it literature, but we can call it books. See, reading the books is very, very important. So initially in the beginning, reading any book, any topic, it may be difficult. But if we get accustomed to and addicted to reading books, then it becomes very easy to learn anything. So the Sarvagna himself has said he did not become just by telling that he knows everything like that, but he was able to learn even single word from several people, and he became a mountain of knowledge. That is what is said in this. ಸರ್ವಜ್ಞನೆಂಬುವನು ಗರ್ವದಿಂದ ಆದವನೇ, ಸರ್ವರೊಳು ಒಂದೊಂದು ನುಡಿ ಕಲಿತು ವಿದ್ಯೆಯ ಪರ್ವತವೇ ಆದ ಸರ್ವಜ್ಞ. Like that. Now, in this process, we may come across several people who may not tell the realities. For example, I have seen in many schools and this one, some so-called little bit brilliant students, what they will tell others is, if they are going for exam or test, they will say,
Yeah,
Yes,
they say, I have not studied anything.
yeah, I have not studied anything. I was going there, I playing this one, I was with this one, I went to a picture, etc. They will tell lies. Other people may think it is so, but those
But
fellows,
they will score good.
yeah, because they have actually studied. They don't want others to get
Study.
more marks. So to discourage other people and to project that as if they have not done anything, they will misguide like that. That is why this is useful. ಆರು ಬೆಟ್ಟವನೊಬ್ಬ ಹಾರಬಹುದೆಂದರೆ ಹಾರಬಹುದೆಂದು ಏನಬೇಕು, ಮೂರ್ಖನೋಡ ಹೋರಾಟ ಸರಳ ಸರ್ವಜ್ಞ. So if somebody tells something like this, you have to say yes, because there is no use in arguing there.
Yeah.
The next one is very, very important. See, ಮೂರ್ಖನಿಗೆ ಬುದ್ಧಿಯನ್ನು 100 ಕಾಲ ಹೇಳಿದರು, ಗೋರ್ಕಲ್ಲ ಮೇಲೆ ಮಳೆಗೆರೆದರೆ ಅದು ನೀರು ಕುಡಿಯುವುದು ಸರ್ವಜ್ಞ.
Yeah.
See, Gorkallo is something like granite stone. If heavy rain comes and falls for several hours on a granite stone piece, it will not drink any water. Therefore, it is not worth telling any advice or giving advice, think like that. This is done in this next video. Maybe on that day you did not hear the video. Audio sound.
No, sir.
Yeah, today we can see this teacher is trying to teach multiplication, division and addition, and two students, they are not willing to listen to him at all. You see, just listen and watch. If other day you have not listened the audio.
Percentage. I figure 75% to you, Panma, and 25% divided between the 5 of us. Yida, Crowbar, myself, Tom, and the baby. That makes 5% for each one of us.
Billy, you're cheating yourself. If there's 25% divided among the 5 of you, that's 14% apiece.
Oh, no, listen, Pa. I wouldn't cheat you. You know I wouldn't. Now, look here. I'll show you. Let me rub this out here. And now, 25 divided by 5 is 5. You see, 5 won't go into 2, will it? No. But 5 goes into 25 5 times, you see?
No, you're wrong, Billy. Now, I'm a pretty good mathematician. Now, 5 into 25, 5 won't go into 2, will it?
No.
But 5 goes into 5 once. Now, we didn't use the 2 before, so we bring it down here. Now, 5 into 20 goes 4 times. There you are. 5 into 25, 14.
No, look, Pa. Let me prove it to you now by multiplication. 5 times 5. 5 times 5 is 25.
Really, I'm surprised you're learning.
Huh?
I'm surprised that you're learning. Now I'll show you. 5 times 14 is 25. 5 times 4 is 20. 5 times 1 is 5. 25. That's it.
No, look, Ma. Look, you're wrong there because I'll prove it to you. We'll put down 5 14s here. 14, 14, 14. There. Now I'll prove to you by addition that 5 14s is not 25. 4, 8, 12, 16, 20.
21, 22, 23, 24, 25. There you are. Better brush up, Billy. I don't want to see you boys cheated.
So you are able to hear the audio also?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So this is another one dealing with numbers. 7 ಕೋಟಿ 7 ಲಕ್ಷ 7070 ವಚನಗಳ ಹೇಳಿದನು ಕೇಳ ಸರ್ವಜ್ಞ. That means he has told so many number of this vachanas, and important thing is the number looks very interesting. 70707070. Now, how we are to become experts? One is ಕೆಲವಂ ಬಲ್ಲವರಿಂದ ಕಲ್ತು, learn something from someone who knows. ಕೆಲವಂ ಮಾಡ್ಪವರಿಂದ ಕಂಡು, something you watch what others are doing and do the same thing, but don't do that in exam hall looking at what neighbor is doing. Then ಹಲವಂ ತಾನೇ ಸ್ವತಃ ಮಾಡಿ ತಿಳಿಯಂತ ಸರ್ವಜ್ಞ. See, working on your own is also important.
ಎಲ್ಲ ನಾವು ಮಾಡೋದ್ರಿಂದ ತಿಳಿಯ.
This I am not seeing your video. You make it
Video
on.
is-
You can make it on.
Sir, it's on only.
ಓಕೆ. ನಾವು ಕೆಲವಂ ಬಲ್ಲವರಿಂದ ಕಲಿತು ಕೆಲವಂ ಶಾಸ್ತ್ರಗಳನ್ನು ಓದುತ್ತಾం. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಶ್ರೀ ಸೋಮೇಶ್ವರ ಶತಕ has added 2 items more than what was given in the Sarvajna Vachana. The things added are, one is ಕೆಲವಂ ಶಾಸ್ತ್ರಂಗಳಂ ಓದುತ್ತಾಂ. ಶಾಸ್ತ್ರಂಗಳಂ means now we can say, remember it is something like the books. So maybe you can call it as scientific books, mathematical books, anything like that. Then ಕೆಲವಂ ಸಜ್ಜನ ಸಂಘದಿಂದಲ real. So he said that learn something from association with the thinkers and scholars and writers, scientists, mathematicians, etc., those who know. Then if you add these two to what Sarvajna has said, then you can become Sarvajna Appam Naram. That means you can become father of Sarvajna. That means you will know much more than Sarvajna. That is the meaning what he wants. Now, this is the book prescribed by the Karnataka government.
Statistics.
Yeah, you have the book now?
Sir, no, sir, I didn't get statistics, sir. I didn't get statistics.
You have not got the book. Maybe
No,
either you can buy or you can
I will buy,
download
sir.
from the internet. It is available, and maybe if not all, the first chapter you can get it printed also, so that it is easy to refer without electricity, without internet connection, etc. So
Yes,
that
sir.
is the thing there.
Yes, sir.
Now, yeah, you must try to get that book. Where is your house actually?
Sir, you know Palace Kuttadi?
Then 8th class, there is a bookshop. You will have all
Yes,
the books,
sir.
Huh?
Yes, sir.
I
I
don't
know.
know. I don't know. Shop name is Vasavi Bookstall or something. I do not know.
Sir, the Temple Road is there now. That's
Allala,
your side, right?
just opposite to that Baito Hotel,
ಅದೇ ಸರ್ ಡೌನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬರುತ್ತಲ್ಲ
ಅವನ ಹತ್ರ
ಅದೇ.
he has got all the books. He will be having
ಅದೇ.
plenty. ಬೇಕಾದಷ್ಟು ತಗೊಂಡಿರ್ತಾರೆ, but
ಅದೇ.
everything is not purchased by the students, so there will be plenty. You can try that one. Maybe in that Coconut Avenue Road also there is a bookshop. I do not know whether
ಅವಿನ್ಯೂ ರೋಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ.
somewhere, wherever is there, you take, or even second-hand books you can buy, second-hand books somewhere near Avenue Road like that. You can collect the book.
Yes,
Because some book we have to refer and read, so that we will try to get accustomed to the word sentences people use in writing the books. Writing, whether it is necessary to write in a book, it is not necessary. White sheets you can use. If there is a
white
mistake, if there is a mistake or anything, you can throw away that sheet and use another one. That is what is reported. Because if you write once in a neat fashion, and keep it in the book, it will not help. We have to do repeatedly, work the problems, etc. That is why I suggest it is better to use the separate sheets of paper, solve the problems, and afterwards throw away the paper. If you do repeatedly 3-4 times, then all the procedure will be in your mind only, and you will be able to do without any book and other things. And examination, it will not be a new thing, because the moment you get the question paper, you will be able to identify which is the question that what you have learned in the class or like that. Then once you identify the question, you know the method of solving the problem also. So immediately you can start working on the problem and get the answers. So therefore, this I recommend, but it is up to you how you plan to do it.
Okay.
So scientific calculators means please use it several times so that it will not be a strange thing to use or operate in the exam hall. So you have to practice
sir.
it. And logarithm table you can obtain so that at least you can learn
Yes, sir.
how to use the table for different operations like that. I think your video is not coming. Maybe this it is.
Internet issue, sir.
Oh, I see. Okay. So you have geometry box or something like that, mathematical instruments.
Yes, sir.
Now a long scale of 30 centimeter will be very good. Otherwise, you
Yes,
can
sir.
use the short scale which is supplied with the instrument box
Okay.
when drawing some graphs, I think like that.
Okay.
So that will be helpful. Set squares are useful for drawing perpendicular lines
Yes, sir.
and protractor for measuring the angles.
Okay.
So as I told you, statistics is not only useful for students who take a particular discipline, it is useful
Yes,
for
sir.
everybody else
Useful
also.
for
Yeah.
daily life also.
Yeah, any branch also these problems will come, and whatever difficulty you experience here, they will experience all such difficulties there also. That is
Yes,
at
sir.
the time of learning, and particularly the subject helps you to come onto a study line. That is, you will be able to write easily the tables required, draw the graphs, diagrams, etc., and work out problems without calculator, with calculator, etc. All these things. Therefore, you must give more interest and study the things and repeat it several times so that you become an expert.
Yeah.
Now, revision, let us say, always there is something like recognition for prior learning. So,
Yes, sir.
we have to use some portion of what we have learned earlier classes. That is, could be from standard 1 to 11 also, need not be particularly in standard 11. So, because many times, I checked the book on 11th standard and there were no topic on this, it was written there. Maybe it will be at some other places, maybe introduced in smaller terms.
Yeah.
So, in fact, this is a good book, textbook. He has given that some revision topics also in the beginning before commencing the regular lessons. That is very important. If it is not given also, we have to learn that one only. So he has here mentioned, one is calculation of the arithmetic mean and calculation of the standard deviation, which are applicable for something called grouped data and ungrouped data, and definition of what is probability and distribution and matrices. But these are only few. You have to learn something about logarithms also later on, maybe something about trigonometry, those things. So we will learn those things also later on.
Okay.
Now, one of the revision term they have mentioned is something called the arithmetic mean.
Yes,
So in mathematics, everything is used in using symbols and abbreviations. So the abbreviations used for arithmetic mean is like X bar, that is shown here. That is, write the letter X and the top you draw a line. Read it as X bar. That represents arithmetic mean for while studying this particular chapter.
Yes, sir.
Arithmetic mean is also known by other names like average values. It is also called mean value. Whenever we simply say mean, it is generally taken as arithmetic mean only. But there are other type of means like geometric mean and something also extra also there. But we are studying arithmetic mean only. So whenever we say mean, it means arithmetic mean, or other term is average value.
Okay.
So here, this different observation values, we can write here ABCD also. But when you write ABCD, we have limitation of the number of letters we can use. So
Yes,
in
sir.
English, there are 26 letters. Maybe small letter and big letter combined, it is 26 into 252. But
Okay, sir.
0 cannot be used as a item here because we may confuse with the letter O and 0. So O is not used at all.
X
But,
is better.
but if we use this way, we can use thousands of numbers also. See, this
Yes,
n
sir.
can be 1000. X1,
Yeah.
X2, X3, X4, X999, X1000 like that. It can go to
Yeah.
X10,000, anything like that. Now,
Okay.
the number of numbers is not difficult because computers are used nowadays, and they
Yes,
will
sir.
be able to do millions of additions, subtractions per second. Therefore,
Okay, sir.
large numbers it will handle. But for our study and examination purpose, generally these values will not be more than 10. Most of the
Yes, sir.
places it will be up to 10 only. So we use the formula.
Okay.
So formula is x bar is equal to x1 plus x2 plus x3 plus etc. like that up to the n. See here number 1, 2, 3 is given. So n is the number of the last item. So totally there are n items. So if you find the sum of all the numbers that are given, which are observed in something called an experiment, and divided by the number of numbers, we get the arithmetic mean or the average
Yes, sir.
value. Now, mathematics again has lot of abbreviations. Instead of writing so much, we write sigma x by n.
Sigma X by N.
Yeah, the sigma is the capital letter sigma, whereas small letter sigma is used for standard deviation. So just
Yes,
like you
sir.
have got capital letter ABCD, small letter ABCD. This is the capital letter sigma in Greek. So sigma
Okay.
x means all x values are added and the total sum it represents. And
Yes, sir.
divided by how many x values we have added here, that number is written here. So that way it becomes a very short formula to remember.
Okay.
Now data means any information. Any information can only have three different forms. One is it may be given only in numbers.
Yes,
Sometimes
sir.
it may be given only using the letters, words, sentences. Sometimes it may be using some special symbols like plus, minus, multiplication, open bracket, closing bracket, equal to, not equal to, etc. also.
Yes,
So information contains letters, digits, and special characters like
sir.
that.
Yes, sir.
So raw data means information which is as it is
Original.
generated,
As it is.
as it is generated, that is the raw data. Now we will take a problem here. So the height of 5 students, this you can write down once again so that you can work it out so that your speed of working will be improved.
Sir, I have already given.
Yeah, you have
Maybe.
done. You do it
Yeah,
again because the repetition will help you to learn
Yeah.
the addition operation, plus, minus, confusion about multiplication, etc., different signs, and
Okay.
remembering the formula. See, when you do 10 problems, from 11th problem onwards, you don't have to do because you remember everything in the mind. The moment it is
Yes, sir.
given, you can start working. Now here,
Okay.
in this question, I am trying to give more information also, but
Okay.
say they may not tell this 5 because you can count how many are there and you can use that as the number. You see?
Yes, sir.
So in this one, that 5 is also given there because I am trying to give more information to understand the problem correctly. Now,
Okay.
they will say find the average value, or they will say find the arithmetic mean, or find the mean. But I will say of these 5 students, what values we have taken there. So questions are also not described something like elaborate like this, because mathematics itself is full of abbreviations. It will be written in short form, and that too, it is limited to the way that the teacher or examiner can express the problem in the English
Yes, sir.
language so that others can understand. That is the problem. So that because of the difficulty, interpreting the problem given will be sometimes difficult even for from examination question papers also.
Yes, sir.
So you can note down this problem on a paper. The height of 5 students as measured in centimeter. It is measured in height is measured in centimeter. The values given are 140, 147, 162, 163, and 163. So here, although it is called raw data, it is actually a processor data, because
Yes, sir.
probably this school, the students are disciplined. So whenever teacher asks them to stand in a line, they know that they want to stand in a low row such that their height is in ascending order. Say 140 is the lowest, 163 is highest, and it is in increasing order it has come. So all problems it may not be like this. This particular problem it has come like that. And there are 2 students who are having same height also. So
Yes, sir.
there may be 2, there may be many. And number of students, we have taken only 5, but in a class there can be from 17 to 67 or 100 like that. And
Okay.
college, if we take the whole college, then there may be 1,000, 1,500 students. So several students may be of the same height, and we will not be able to arrange them in the order of increasing height or decreasing height. We can keep on making measurement as the student comes in the serial order, in the queue system, whatever they come. So therefore, the sequence and other things can be different. That becomes something actually called the raw data. Then if you are interested, we can arrange them either in the ascending order or in the descending order. Ascending order means number increases from one number to the next number. Descending order means number decreases, taking the highest one first, then next lower, next lower, next lower, like that till we reach the lowest one.
Yes, sir.
In that process, there may be several where boys may be of same height also.
Yes, sir.
Now, how do you calculate the arithmetic mean?
Sigma x is equal to 140 plus 147 plus 168 plus 183 plus 163.
So we will find out that much, and that comes to how much?
And that comes to 163, 163, 140, 147, 775.
775 it will come. So this gives a sum of all the numbers that is given. In this problem, there are only 5 numbers were given.
Yes, sir.
So important thing to remember is from the question paper, when you take the values, we have to be
Yes, sir.
very careful, because if we enter a number wrongly, then our answer will not match with the answer for the given problem in the question paper. So
Okay.
that values we are noting down and adding here must be carefully taken from the problem.
Yes, sir.
So then mean is found by dividing the sigma x by n. So sigma x is the sum of the
Equal to
all the values of x
values are
divided by how many
775
numbers we have
divided by-
added. Here we
5.
have added only 5. 1,
5.
2, 3, 4, 5. So therefore,
Yes, sir.
divide that by 5.
Yes, sir.
How much you will get?
We will get 1 minute, sir. I'm calculating.
Huh?
Sir, I'm calculating.
Please.
$155 centimeters, sir.
Very good. Because it is necessary to mention the unit also. In the
Yes, sir.
problem, if it is centimeter, answer you write the centimeter. In
sir.
problem it is meter, you write meter here. In problem
Okay.
it is kg, you write kg here. In problem if it is Newton, you write Newton here. Problem if it is kilometer, you write kilometer here, like that.
Okay. Okay.
Now, instead of doing in stages, it is possible to write this and do in one single step also. But When problem is smaller, this is convenient. Longer means writing within the width of the paper is difficult. Therefore,
Okay.
step by step we can do, that will be better.
Okay.
So what is the answer for this problem? This problem we wanted to find only arithmetic mean. So here, generally, it is better to write what was the data that is given and also the answer. Only the answer is not, they expect only the answer. But if you write this also, it is important, because if there is any mistake, we can easily identify there. If something wrong has come here, then we can say, suppose it has come as 1055. Then I think there is something wrong, we can find out whether it is somewhere within this or what. This is particularly useful in computer. If you make computer programs, then whatever the result is produced depends on the data you have input. So when printing result, it is necessary to print the input data along with the result, so that if you are not happy with the result, we can check what was the data we have supplied to the computer. So therefore, a good practice is write the given data, then write the answer that was asked in the question paper. So in this case, height of the 5 students are given and they wanted the arithmetic mean. Though I have used all these words, it is not necessary to write all of them. If question paper says find the average value, you just write average value is this many centimeters. If they ask arithmetic mean, you use arithmetic mean. Whatever is asked in the question paper, reproduce the same thing, that's all.
Okay.
Okay. So you must keep on responding, because I should know whether you have followed or not followed. Don't think I am teacher, you are student, like that. We are like classmates. We are working together simultaneously. Maybe I know maybe a little bit more than you. Some certain things you may be knowing more than me also. So when we check our answers, either I will be wrong or you will be wrong, or there may be both can be also. But two things becoming wrong will be difficult. In fact, in olden days, before the computers were invented, how the work was done? Two scientists adopted their children for doing the calculations what they wanted to do. So they were given the problem to solve to their children separately to work. And if both of them produce the same result, then they assume that up to that way, that time calculation is correct. Then they were asking them to continue the further calculations that way. So it is better to do this one and check whether we are right or wrong. Then if there is any mistake, we can correct it. And next time, that mistake we will not be doing it, because we remember that is not the right way of doing things. This is the correct way of doing things, like that.
Yes, sir.
Now you do this another problem also. So note down this problem. The height of 7 pillars.
The height of 7.
Height of 7 pillars of overhead metro line. Because now metro has come to the Bangalore. The height of all the pillars are not equal, because the ground may be wavy. There's some area there is a up and down type of a thing. Where there is down, the length of the pillar is higher, and where there is up, length of the pillar will be shorter, because the top level they want to make it a straight line to the extent possible. So therefore, the pillars will be of different height. So these are typically the values for height measured for 7 pillars, and it is given in meters.
Okay.
So meter spelling METER also we can write, METRE also we can write. One is American spelling, one is British spelling. They are used interchangeably. What you have to do is, if in the question paper, if they write METER, you write METER. If they are written METRE, you write METRE. That's all.
Okay.
So take these values and find the average of these 7 values. So
3.1,
3.1, 3.7, 4.4, 3.3, 4.7, 5.3, 3.3.
Yes.
So here also you see 3.3, there are two pillars of the same height. So
Yes, sir.
not necessary it should be only two, many may be of equal length, and there will be several pillars. Now all the pillars we are not taking.
Yes, sir.
One end of the station to another end, Bayapnalli to this Nayandalli, maybe there are something like more than at least my expectation there will be near about 400 to 500 pillars may be there.
Yes, sir.
So what is the first step you do for finding the mean?
Sigma x is equal to add on the values.
Yeah, that is the first step we will do.
Yes, sir.
So let's just add all the values and let us see how much is the
Okay,
sum of
sir,
all
let
the
me-
values.
3.1, 1.7, 4.4, 4.3, 5.3, 3.3. So the answer is 27.8.
Okay, it is correct. So you have to do this repeatedly by whatever method you use, so that
Yes,
you
sir.
become a proficient in doing this addition operations. That is what is important. So the
Next
next
is
step will be to calculate the,
x bar is equal to sigma x by n.
that is the second step to find the mean value.
27.8 by 7.
So here, how many values we are adding here? You have to count and you have to
7.
put that one. So here there are 7. And it
7.
was told in the book also, the question also. But
Yes, sir.
in the question, they may not give that number. They may simply say the heights of several pillars measured is this, find their average. Then we
Yes,
have to
sir.
keep counting how many are there. That is to be divided here.
Yes, sir.
How much is the value?
The value is 3.97 meter.
Yeah. So here what happens, if you use calculator, it will give for
Recurring.
several decimal digits accuracy, and
Yes, sir.
therefore it can give something like 3.97142857. The line at the top here indicates that all these numbers will keep on repeat as a whole group. That is
Yes,
at
sir.
the end of 57, again 142857 will come.
Yeah,
Then
recurring.
again 142857 will come.
Yes,
So
sir.
mathematics always uses abbreviation. So therefore, this is the method that is used to indicate group of digits which repeat as a group several times.
Yes, sir.
Now, in this problem, it is also asked to calculate for 2 decimal digits only. So therefore, the answer 3.97 we can write. And since the data is given in meters, we write the answer in meters. And M is the abbreviation for meter, written again as an abbreviation in
Yes, sir.
mentioning the units.
Meter,
So
unit.
full word also you can write, but meter, that symbol is used.
Symbol is.
Yeah,
written.
because mathematics we use full of abbreviations only for everything.
Yes.
So it can be done even one line along the thing also, but it depends on the width of the paper and how small, big we write. So write it such a way your handwriting is easy to read for others, not for you. So you can write even if you write in a very small size also, but others,
sir.
whoever sees your answer book, they should be able to see easily. Therefore, you must write the numbers or handwriting, etc., so that the
Yes,
size
sir.
of the letter is reasonably big enough so that others can easily understand.
Yes, sir. Okay.
Then we write the answer. In writing answer, it is our good practice to first
The
write,
heights of 7 pillars given.
what is the input data that was given in the problem, and then what is the answer we got. So it is better to include both while writing the answer. Although examination requires only answer, this is
Yes,
a
sir.
good practice so that if we are not happy with the result what we got, then we can check whether there was something wrong in using the data that was supplied in the question paper.
Yes.
So copying the questions and the values onto the answer book is very important. if their digit or a decimal place is missing while copying, then answer we get will not be the answer to the given problem in the question paper. So that you
Yes,
have to
sir.
avoid.
Okay.
So another problem we can take. The marks obtained by 9 students in a class are 35, 63, 67, 44, 50, 72, 91, 83, and 54.
64.
Yeah, 54. Last one is 54.
54.
Ah.
54.
So 35, 63, 67, 44, 50, 72, 91, 83, 54. So
Okay.
find the average class marks.
Okay.
So what is the first step?
First step is sigma x and add on the values.
Yeah, that's very nice. See, few problems you repeat in, this procedure completely will be in your mind. Then you know you don't need the textbook, you don't need the class notes, anything. Wherever
Yes, sir.
questions are given, you can immediately start working.
Okay. Sir, the value is 559.
Huh?
559.
559 is okay. Now next step is to find the
X bar is equal to sigma x by n.
that's all. That gives the arithmetic.
559 by 9.
Here 9 values are there. So you can count here whether you missed anyone. So it is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Then it is
Yes,
okay.
sir.
If you miss a number here, then if you divide by a different number, the answer will not be for the given problem.
Okay.
How much you got
Five-
here?
559 divided by 1 minute. 62.1.
Here, that 0.1 is there. Now, 1 repeats indefinitely. Say,
Yes, sir.
previous problem,
Recurring.
there were a group of 6 digits which are repeating. In
1
this
dash.
case, only 1 digit is repeating indefinitely.
Yes,
So
sir. 1
above
dash.
this, we have put a dash there and
Yes,
call
sir.
it as 1 bar.
1
And we don't want more than 1 digit. Most of the exams, we will take the round figure only, but some places this fractions also matter. So maybe we can keep our 1 decimal place accuracy. If it is asked in the question paper, write to complete whole numbers, nearest whole number, then
Yes, sir.
you can leave this and you can write it 62 also. So we have to look
Okay.
at what is asked in the question paper and write it here. If they say write the results for 2 decimal place accuracy, then you can write 62.11 also you can write.
Yes,
It
sir.
depends on the question and what is asked in the question.
Okay.
So how do you write the answer?
5 students are above average and the 4 students are below average.
No. First, we will try to write the given problem.
This input
Yeah,
answer.
yeah. That is
Yes,
always
the
what you write. Marks obtained by students given in the problem are these are the things.
Okay.
And then we have to write the answer. What is asked in the question paper? Question paper asked is find the average class marks. So
Okay.
you have to write the average class marks. Then I have given extra information to find out how many are above average, how many are below average.
Yes, sir.
So once you know the average marks, then you can check how many are above, scored more than this average marks. So whoever has scored more than 62.1, they become above average students. So counting here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 will come.
5.
And those who
5
have
students
scored,
are above.
those who have scored below 62.1, they
Are
are
scored.
called below average students.
Below average.
So below 62.1, this is 1 here, 2, 3, and this 4.
Okay.
And here there is no average student because no one has got exactly 62.1.
Yes, sir.
Now this study helps the teacher to arrange for some special classes for those who have got below the average marks,
Average.
so that they can give extra explanations, extra ideas, more examples, so that students can understand the procedure correctly. That is the idea.
Yes, sir.
Now, one more problem you take. This is marks obtained by 9 students in a class are
2,
2,
18,
18, 16,
16,
4,
4,
8,
8,
12,
12,
14, 6,
6,
and
10.
10.
Yes, sir.
So don't miss the 10 here because the word and has come here.
Okay.
So find the average class marks. Also classify students as above average, below average, and
And
average.
So first step is sigma x and add on the value.
Ah,
2, 18, 16, 4, 8, 12, 14, 10. But the value is 90.
huh?
90.
Yeah, because you see, this is numbers are very small.
Small,
Easy,
so only you can do it mentally.
yeah, easy to count. That is why I have given. So if there are more number of digits, then it may be, it will take more time to do it. So what is the next step?
The x bar is equal to 90 by 9.
Ah, that's very good.
90
So-
by 9 is 10.
Ah, so the average class marks is 10 only.
10 only.
Now we will see how to write the answer. What is the first?
The average class is 10.
Now first we have to write
The marks obtained by 9 students given are
given
2,
student, given data, we will write first.
2, 18, 16, 4, 8, 12.
Then write the, what is the average class
Average
marks.
class marks is 10.
Now you
4
see,
students. Yes,
yeah.
sir.
Now you see, because we have written this given data also here itself, it is easy to check how many got
The
above
average,
10,
above
how
average,
many got
and
below
average.
10, how many got exactly 10. Everything you
Yes,
can
sir.
check here itself. So that's why always writing answers, it is better to write the data given in the question paper also. So it indirectly helps to check here. Suppose I got it as 60, then we know certainly it is something wrong,
Yes, sir.
because this number cannot be less than the smallest one, and it cannot be greater than the largest. So some rough idea we get whether it is right or wrong. So that if it is not correct, we can recheck and work out.
Okay.
So now, in this case, there are 4 students only who scored above average. That means those who got above 10. See, 18, 16, 12, 14. These are the 4 people who got more than 10.
More than average.
More than 10. That is more than average value. And less than 10, we have got 2 here, 4, 8, and 6. And there is 1 student who got exactly 10. So we can call this student as average student, and there are 4 students who are below average, 4 students above average. So this type of study helps the teacher in the class to decide whether he has to give special attention for some people who are not able to understand the lessons taught in the class. So should we arrange some special class outside the this regular time schedule? Things like that can be done.
Yes,
But
sir.
I don't know whether they are being done in the class or not. I don't know. Now another
Standard
item, another item is called a standard deviation. So this one, the definition is not written in the book the way that I have written here. So you can note down this one. In words and sentences, standard deviation is the square root of the mean of the squares of the deviations from the mean value.
Yes, sir.
Standard deviation is the square root of the mean of the squares of the deviations from the mean value.
Yes, sir.
Now, let us see one by one how it is. So there is another definition also. Another definition is standard deviation is the square root of the variance.
Yes, sir. It's the square root of the variance.
So we will see what is variance also.
Okay.
So variance is
It's
the mean of the
squares
squares of the deviations from the mean value.
from the mean value.
It is mean of the squares of the deviations from the mean value. So now we will see what is deviation, we will understand.
Okay.
So this is also called mean deviation or deviation from mean value. We can use any letter to represent that. I have
sir.
selected capital D. It can be any letter. Small d also you can use. Whatever the book gives, you use that symbol, or whatever the letter used by your teacher, you use that symbol. Any symbol can be used. I am using capital D.
Okay.
It is called in short form mean deviation. That is deviation of the observed value from the mean value.
Yes, sir.
So mean deviation is the difference between the observed value and the mean value. See, observed value there are 10 means mean value there is only 1. So each value, observed value, from that subtract this mean value and write what is the answer. So you will get 10 different differences you will get. In 10 different observed values you will have the differences. So in the writing formula, this whole thing is abbreviated as D is equal to X minus
D is
X
equal
bar.
to X minus X bar.
Now X bar is same thing. Once what you have calculated, same thing is yours.
We
But
should
X
take as the
is
value.
different values of the observed value.
Different values of the observer.
Yeah. So we will get several values of D.
Yes, sir.
Next is we have to find the square of the mean deviation what
D
you have
square.
got. That means it
This
should be
is-
D square we will
This
find.
is made in variance.
This is not the variance. This is only the D square.
So
It is
that's
square.
another table we know.
Till next step is the steps are there. So in this step, it is the square of mean deviation. That's all. Mean deviation is D. It is the square of that. So it is D square.
Okay.
There is no name for this.
Okay.
So mean deviation is squared or multiplied by itself.
Yes, sir.
D is multiplied by itself. It gives D square, which is X minus X bar the whole square.
Yes, sir.
Now here X is a different value, X bar is always constant. So the difference will be different for different problems.
Yes, sir.
So we'll get several such D squares will be there because first you are calculating the D, then you are squaring all of them.
Okay.
Then we have to find a mean of what we have done now. So it is squares of all mean deviations from the mean value. We have to find the mean. That means
Yes, sir.
what we have found here, we have to find the sum of them and divided by the number of numbers, which gives the mean value. Whenever we want the mean, whatever the data is there, we have to add it up, divide by the number of data we have added.
Okay, sir.
So in this case, it is sigma D square by N. D square is one item. Here, this indicates D1, D2, D3, D10 like that.
D.
So each D, if you say D1, it is X1 minus X bar. D2 means X2 minus X bar. X3 minus X bar is D3, like that. then add all of them, sigma of all the d squares we got. Then
Yes, sir.
the total you divide by the number of d squares that we have.
Sigma d
So,
square.
yeah, that is called the variance.
Okay.
So sigma d square by n becomes the variance. D square itself is this one formula. So sigma of all the values we have to add, then divide by the number of numbers.
Yes, sir.
Now, if you take the square root of the mean
Mean
of
of
the
square.
squares of the
All
mean
mean
deviations
deviations.
from the mean value.
The mean.
Say we have done up to here now. Up to here, we have
Yes,
found
sir.
the mean of the squares of the all mean deviations from the mean value. Now we take the square root. That
Yes,
gives
sir.
the standard deviation. So sigma of root of sigma d square divided by n. So
Okay.
after division of this, then only we take the square root. This whole thing is inside the square root.
Okay.
So d square itself is this one. So sigma d square, all the d squares we have calculated for different values of x. We have to write the sum here, then divide by the number of such terms that we have used.
Yes, sir.
So the steps in calculation. First is observed values are given. So here I told you, instead of writing A, B, C, D, E, F like that, because number of letters will be limited, we will be
Yes,
using
sir.
like X1, X2, X3 like that. So X is called the main script, it is the single letter, and this I is called the subscript, it is written slightly below. So
Yes,
I
sir.
value can be anything like 1, 2, 3, n, depending on how many numbers are there. So first we will find the sum of all the observed values, that is sigma xi. That is what we are doing in the finding mean of mean value also. Here, after finding the mean value only, further steps will come. So therefore,
Yes, sir.
the step up to finding the mean value is the same. There is no difference.
Yes, sir. After that, table will come.
Yeah, afterwards we will have the additional steps.
Yes.
So first you find sigma xi and then divide the sigma xi by the number of numbers that we have used to get the x bar. So once we get this, next we go for finding deviation from the mean.
Yes, sir.
So here di is equal to xi minus x bar. So I will be 1, 2, 3, 4. So d2 will be x2 minus x bar. d3 will be x3 minus x bar. d4 is x4 minus x bar. Like that we have to write. So we get the several d's. So these are the
Okay.
deviations from the mean value or deviation from the average value.
Okay.
Now we have to find the squares of these deviations. So that is this di, we have to make them square. So there will be again as many number of di's which are to be squared as there are given numbers there. So d1 square will be x1 minus x bar the whole square. Since this value we have already found here, whatever we have got is just square it and write, that's all.
Okay.
Then you have to find sum of all the squares of the deviations. So it is sigma di square. So at this stage
Sir,
we have got
that is-
di, squaring
is
we got
explained
di
all-
square. Add all the di squares, that becomes sigma di square.
Sir, excuse me, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, that is xi minus x bar, right, sir?
Xi minus x bar, because
Okay.
I will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 like that, depending on how many numbers are given in the problem. And x bar is a single value. Everywhere x bar is subtracted.
Yes, sir.
So x1 minus x bar will be d1.
Okay.
x2 minus x bar will be
Will
d2.
be D2.
x3 minus x bar will be d3. x4 minus x bar will be d4, like that.
Okay.
You are able to follow?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, any doubt you can ask me, no problem.
Okay.
So once we get the d's, just square them, square that answer, you get the di square.
Yes, sir.
So if there are 10 values, there will be 10 di squares will be there. d1 square, d2 square, d3 square, like that. We don't have to
Okay.
calculate it here once again.
Yes, sir.
See, d1 is x1 minus x bar, we have already calculated.
Yeah, sir.
So we don't have to use this formula. Since d1 is known, just square it, it becomes d1 square.
Okay.
Then all the di squares are known, just add all of them, it becomes sigma di square.
Okay.
Sigma di
Which
square
we
is,
should add for di square, sir?
yeah, all the di squares you add. That is
Okay.
d1 square plus d2 square plus d3 square plus dn square.
Okay, sir.
So if you add, it becomes sigma di square.
Yeah, it's good.
Then variance is mean of the squares. That means
Okay.
we have found the mean, means we have to divide that sum of the squares by n.
Yes, sir.
Whenever you want to find the mean, the sum what you have taken divided by the number of numbers.
Yes, sir.
So that becomes variance.
Okay.
Then a standard deviation, it is square root of variance. That means,
Square root of variance is
yeah,
equal
this
to
value is already calculated. So
that value we should root.
just take the square root, you get the
Yes,
answer.
sir. Yes, sir. So can I copy this down, sir? This
Yeah,
steps?
no, you just write down on the book so that when you write once, it is equal to 10 times reading. One time writing is equal to 10 times reading. So slowly I will dictate also, you can write down, and that will be helpful because information will be going to your mind.
Yes,
Otherwise, just copying or anything like that, it is all in the book also. It will not be useful, it will be book only.
sir. Yes, sir.
So these are the steps, but I will give you simpler step to calculate this also in the next step.
Okay.
But these things I have given using the definition what I gave you. That is, standard deviation is, you can see here, standard deviation is square root of, is it not?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Square root of, this is mean of
Mean of
Ah.
square.
this is squares of, mean of squares,
Mean of squares. Yes, sir.
squares of deviations from the mean value.
Okay.
See, square root of,
Yes, sir.
and this is mean of,
Mean of.
and this is squares of
Okay.
the
Mean of
deviations.
mean value.
So square root of mean of squares of deviations from mean value.
Okay.
You have followed?
Yes, sir.
See, standard deviation is the square root of the mean
sir.
of the squares of the
Yes, sir.
deviations from the mean value.
Mean value.
So maybe your teacher may not be able to give this definition. You see, this is the
yes,
sequence
sir.
what we are writing, how we calculate.
Yes, sir.
You're able to write down?
Yes, sir. I'm writing.
Yeah, write it, and not once. If you write 2-3 times, and then you can throw away the paper, and it will be in your mind only.
Okay.
Writing neatly only once and keeping somewhere or ticking is not useful. See, one of the student,
sir.
I happened to go there because I was taking home tuitions also in those days when Corona
Yes,
was
sir.
not there. Then the student was a lady student. In her
Okay.
room, complete she has pasted all the formulas writing in the sheets. If you paste, what happens? While working, you can look at it and you can
Look at it.
do.
And, yeah.
But in
yeah.
examination also, you want similar thing
Yes, sir.
because you practice looking at it.
Yeah.
So practicing you have to do right now. See, whatever you feel, you cannot remember. It is the first time you should not write it and keep.
Yeah.
Then only you
that will
can
be a
remember.
problem.
Once you remember in the mind, you don't need any book,
Any book
any
or
class
any
notes,
paper.
or
Yes,
textbooks, nothing is required.
Yes,
But that we have to do repetition. That's why I'm giving you the repetition of the different type of problems that are coming there.
yes,
So, and this always I will not repeat all the lessons. The first lesson I'm trying to repeat and give some extra information also. It is because first we want to put you to the study line. Once
Yes,
you like the subject, that means start
we will learn
writing the problems
more.
and
Yes,
answering the problems in the same using the repeated steps which come in all the problems, and become good at mental arithmetic in addition,
Yes, sir.
subtraction, multiplication, division, square roots, etc. Then it becomes very easy to write the answers for the given problem. Otherwise, we
sir.
have to fully depend on the calculator only. And
Ah,
we have to, if you note down somewhere and if you practice in the house, looking at the
Yes, sir.
formula, then you need something like that in the exam hall also. Otherwise, you will not be able to solve. If you look at the formula, you can do it in the exam. So
Yes,
to
sir.
avoid that, to retain more of this information in the mind, the procedure you have to write several times and then throw away all the book, class note, textbook, etc. Then
One
wherever
kid-
you go, whatever is the competitive exam of equivalent grade, like GATE exam or the NEET or the CET or anything like that, everywhere you can answer the same thing. You don't need extra coaching at all. Only
Yes,
for
sir.
making money, they will say we teach for CET. It is not required.
Ah,
If you know the
Yes,
subject, you can write any exam of that topic or chapter. You don't need another
sir.
special coaching for the other competitive exams. You take your own time. I will give you time. There is no problem. Write it, because
Yes, sir.
if you write once, it is equal to reading minimum 10 times. And
Okay.
you can read 10 more. And I don't know, you may be knowing or not knowing. Say when writing, sometimes even I get a doubt for a spelling of a particular word.
Yes,
But
sir.
without, if I think I may not get the spelling again, but hand
Yes,
will simply write it, because it has already practiced and written several times.
That
Ah.
will happen in exam also.
It will write on its own, because if you start
Yeah.
writing, the spelling, etc., will come automatically without our thinking.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
So,
While writing here, we will write all correctly and perfectly. But
yeah.
in exam hall,
Ah.
we will make mistakes.
No, there also you will not make mistake. If you practice here, there you will not make mistake.
Mistakes, yeah.
So this is the time for practicing. You should not experiment in exam hall.
Yes, sir.
Exam hall, before you go, you must be ready for everything. Then you can easily tell other students you have not studied anything yesterday.
They'll say in Kannada, no, sir. ಓದೋದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ
In fact, when we wrote our exams, previous day we were never studying. It is simply because what you cannot learn in 1 year, what you cannot learn in 6 months, cannot be learned in 1 day. Just previous day you take a book, open the topic, you find it is difficult to understand, go to next topic, that is also difficult, go to next topic, nothing will be there. So you will not be able to write in the exam hall also. So now is the time for repeating, practicing. So you are able to write down?
Yes, sir.
I think you have kept your video off. I think I am not seeing you here. Activities, nothing I can see. If you keep your if you keep your camera on, then I can see at least what you are doing or this one. Otherwise, I will not be seeing at all.
Sir, the screen is dark, no, sir. My video screen is dark, right? My video screen is dark, right, sir?
Illa, I am not seeing anything. The screen itself, I am not seeing.
Yeah, that's internet issue, sir.
That is, video camera is probably off there.
No, sir, it's on.
Oh, then there may be some trouble. But yesterday it was coming. I don't know what today.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay,
It's,
fine, fine.
Now,
Yeah, now you are able to note down this one.
yes, sir, I'm able to.
Okay, so we can continue.
Yes, sir, continue.
Yeah. Now you see, we have to calculate the mean value, variance,
Variance
and standard deviation. We'll calculate. For this, I will give a simple procedure. So one is the data that is given there, which is
Yes,
raw
sir.
data. You take this problem. This problem you take. I am taking the same problem so that you can do the repetition for the some of the steps.
Yes, sir.
So the height of 5 students as measured in centimeter are 140, 147, 162, 163, and 163. Find the
Yes,
mean
sir.
value, variance, and standard deviation
Yes,
in
sir.
the heights that are given for the 5 students. As I told you, mathematics itself is abbreviation, and they will
Yes,
not
sir.
give completely so much of descripted problems. It will be all in observations in their own language. So because
Yeah.
of language problem also, the problem will be looking smaller in length. But
Yes,
if
sir.
you can interpret what was in his mind, then we can use the procedure that whatever we know.
Yes, sir.
You noted down the problem?
Sir, I'm noting down.
I will read it if you want. The height of 5 students,
The height of 5 students.
as measured in centimeter,
Yes, sir.
as measured in centimeter are ARER 140, 147, 162, 163, and 163. So 163 at the end has come twice.
Yeah.
Find the mean value, variance, and standard deviation. So mean value we have already calculated earlier,
Yes,
but
sir.
we will calculate it again here because suppose examination it is given, then we cannot say that we already done in the home for that one. So the first step will be to find the arithmetic mean.
Okay. Sigma x is equal to.
You do it again and again. Don't keep the old sheet and say it is already done, because
No,
by
sir, I'm
working,
doing it.
actual working only, you will remember
Yeah.
all the steps.
Yes, sir. Sigma x is equal to x bar is equal to 775 by 5, sir.
Ah,
So if we divide 775 divided by 5, 155.
yeah. So you have to write the unit also always in the answer. You make it a practice.
Now we
So
should
that-
draw the table.
Yeah. So that, even in answering an exam paper also, the relative performance is very important. If you write the units where all others are not writing the units, only the number 155, then you may get a better mark in the exam hall. So how much you got? Hello? Hello?
Hello.
How much you got?
Sir, I got 155.
Huh?
155.
155, you have to tell the unit also.
Centimeter. Centimeter.
Unit also you have to say.
Yeah.
Now, you make a table like this for calculation of the variance and standard deviation.
Yes.
So you must by heart how to prepare this table. So write several times. Then it is very easy to do the calculations. So this is called tabular method or tabular column method.
Okay.
See, exactly this type of table will not be there in the book. I have specially made this table like this so that it is easy for you to write down the
Understand.
answers. I will tell you how to fill up this. I will tell you.
Sir, yesterday you taught.
Yeah, yesterday I taught it.
Monday.
I am just repeating because I want you to become fully familiar
Yeah.
so that next time onwards, I will don't have to repeat. You'll be able to do
Yeah.
it immediately on your own.
Okay.
So if there are any doubts or anything confusion in the previous class, I want to clarify also, plus adding the extra information so
Yes.
that things become more clear in the beginning
More
itself.
Okay.
Because if beginning something is not clear, then when you advance further, then
Again,
there
we
will
can
be
glance up.
there will be more things. Then you will be asking how that has come, how that has come. Now you will not be able to ask because you are already familiar with these terminologies.
Yes, sir.
So this shape of table here, this number of rows here equal to number of numbers given in the question paper. So for this problem, there are 5 rows here. Last one is for writing the totals. So this will be extra. This first
Yes,
one
sir.
is heading. So after the heading, if the problem has got 9 values, you have to write 10 such rows. If it is 5 values, you have to write 6. If it is 8 values, you have to write 9, like that.
Yes, sir.
So you have written this table.
Yeah, sir. I drew the table.
Now filling up this X values we have.
We have the 140, 147. Yeah.
All this you write one below the other here. X values given. When whatever order is given, that order you write it from top to bottom.
Yes, sir. Sigma x is equal to 77.
So last column you write the sigma x value.
Yes, sir.
Now one more thing I will give you. Now you see this place you write x bar equal to this number divided by how many numbers are there.
Okay.
So all the steps I am not giving, I am giving only the answer. So this divided by the number of numbers we are doing mentally and we are not showing as a calculation and write the answer here.
Okay. Sir, but we should write, we should minus the.
Huh?
We should minus the 155 now, sir.
How?
Should minus the values of x with.
No, not now, not now. See, first you have written this one,
Yes, sir.
See, x you have written, then sigma x, and here we have done the x bar.
Yes, sir.
Now, here you have to write x minus x bar. So 140 minus 155.
I got it, sir.
So that is done in the mind and answer is written here. You don't have to show the calculation here.
Yes, sir. I
Then-
got it, sir, but in the last column, we should write the x bar is equal to 155.
No, because this is not used, otherwise we are not using any total here. So the space is available. So
Okay.
we can write that mean value here because easy to subtract, values will be coming there. So 147
Yes,
minus 155, you write here.
Yes, sir.
Then 162 minus 155, you write there. Then 163 minus 155, you write here.
Okay.
Then again 163 minus 155, right here. So that the space is empty in the yesterday
Empty,
class. So
We
if you
can
write,
fill it.
if you write down here, it is convenient to write these figures.
Okay.
So once that is over, Now you square them and right here you get the d squares.
Yes, sir.
So how much is minus 15 square?
Minus 15 square, 1 minute, minus 15 square, it's 225.
Here don't write minus 225 because
No, sir. Yeah,
negative number when squared it becomes positive.
positive.
And positive number squared also become positive. So here there may be negative entries, but all will become positive here.
Yes, sir.
Then after squaring, you find the sum of them at the bottom.
Okay.
Find sigma d square. That means add all these values.
466. 64, 49, 64.
So how much you got?
So 466.
So next step is
Sigma d square by n.
that will give you the variance.
Yes, sir. 466 divided by 5.
5 because 5 entries are there. If another problem if there are 9 entries, that will be 9.
Yes, sir.
Now calculate how much it comes.
466 divided by 5 is equal to 93.2, sir.
So then next step is to find the square root of the variance.
Variance.
So we have already calculated this 93.2. Find the square root of that. That
Yes,
becomes
sir.
the
Square root.
that becomes the standard deviation.
9.65.
Now you can write the answer for the total problem.
Variance, one more table, sir.
Illa, everything has come in. Everything has
The
come.
input values.
Yeah. Everything is there. So here we will write what is the given data. Then first what we have found the mean or average. That we will write.
155.
Yeah, you write the unit also there. 155 centimeter you write.
Yes, sir.
Then we can also
3
write
students are above, 2 students are below.
how many are above and below also we can write. Then variance is how much?
9.6. Standard deviation.
93.2 is the variance and standard deviation is 9.65.
Yes, sir.
So now you know how to write. What is the input data? You write that one only given in the problem. And whatever is asked in the problem, you write. Suppose some problems, they may not ask you to the mean, but they may ask you to find the standard deviation. Then you have to do all of them, you have to calculate.
Yeah.
If they ask you to calculate only the standard deviation, it is necessary to find the mean value. It is necessary to find the variance. Then you find the sigma. If they ask to find the variance and standard deviation, you have to find the average value because that is necessary for that calculation. So all of them you have to do. And this we can write extra. This is not asked in the question means we can still write this. Or they can also ask another subdivision, say like ABCD, say where they may say how many students are above average in height. How many students are below average in height. That also you can write. In addition to that, in some problems, this is given in some pattern. In this by chance, it has become in ascending order. So if it is not, they can also ask you, write the given data in ascending order or write the given data in descending order. That also you can write. For example, here descending order means highest first, then lower, then lower, then lower, like that. So that way we increase number of questions that can be asked in the topic and you will be able to answer all of them.
Yes, sir.
Now, beginning itself, I told you there are several methods for solving the same problem. So there is an alternate method also. I will give you that method now. For this, you have to prepare the table like this. It will have 4 columns.
Yes, sir. 4 columns. X square, sigma x square.
And depending on the number of data given,
Yes,
the
sir.
number of rows will be
Ah.
different.
Yes, sir.
So write down this table.
Okay, sir. I'm right.
Then first column you enter the x values.
X value is 140, 147, 160.
Yeah. 162, 163, 163. Find the sum and write at the bottom.
775.
775. Now enter values of x squared here. Say
140 square. 140
whatever is
square.
here, square it and write.
sir.
140 square, you write here.
140
147
is
square,
equal
you write here. 162
140.
square, you write here. 163
90.
square will come here. 163 square will come here.
90. First one is 19,600, sir.
Ah,
147 square is 21,609.
ah,
162 square is 26,244.
ah.
183 is 163.
163 square, not 183.
163 square. 163 square is equal to 26,569.
Ah,
And again the 163 square is equal to 26,569.
same thing. Now you add all of them and write at the bottom.
Okay. Sigma x square, right, sir?
Ah, that is sum of all of them. Sum of the x square values.
12,591.
It is 1,20,591.
Oh, sorry, sir. I have written it wrong.
That's why if you tell orally, no, I will also listen. And there is any mistake or this thing, I can tell you. Otherwise, if you simply write, I will not know.
Yes, sir. I had not put commas right, so I
Ah.
got confused. Yeah.
See, there are 5 values, and each one is like about 20,000 like that. So it has to be more than a lakh.
1,20,591.
591. Now, in the next column here, it is sigma x square divided by n.
12,590. 1,20,591 divided by 5.
We have to write that one.
Yeah. I will divide it. One lakh 2591. So it's 24,118.2.
See, now in the next column here, it is sigma x by n, the whole square is there. But we know what is sigma x here, and n is the number of items. So this one you don't have to show the calculation, but divide this by the number of numbers, and that will become your x bar.
Yes, sir.
And if you want, you can write that x bar in this empty space here because we are not using.
Yeah, we are not using, so it will be easy to find it out.
You can write here x bar equal to, write this number divided by this 5.
155.
That you can write. Now this one is to be squared. So 155 square, you square here.
Square is equal, yeah. Yes, sir, I got the value.
Now,
variance, no, we should find the variance.
No, there is no variance here. This one, now from this, you subtract this. Always this item minus this item, you write here.
24.
24, 108. Minus 24025.
Square root of 93.2, we should do now.
No, this itself is variance. 24, 108.2 minus 24025. See this number here minus what we have calculated here.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
So that is called variance, which is 93.2.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
So next in this place you write the
93.2 root, square root
of that.
Yes,
so that becomes the sigma.
9.66.
9.65. Now you can write the answer for this problem.
Yes, sir.
So how do you write the answers?
For the values of x,
First you
we
write
should
the,
take the mean value,
yeah, first you write
sigma,
the given value in the problem,
given values. Yeah.
and then check the question paper, what they have asked to find. All that answers you have to
Yeah.
write.
Yes. Sir. Okay.
So what is the answer you are going to write first?
Sir, we should write the mean value, rights of 5 students given in meter hour.
First
The
you write
values
what, then what is the answer you have to write? What it does in the question you say, and that one we will write
Yeah.
here.
the average value and the below average value. The average height is 155.
You write the unit also.
Yes, sir. 155 centimeters.
So you can also
3
write
students are above. Yeah.
how many students are above, how many students are below also you can write. Then what is variance and
Yes, sir.
standard deviation?
Variance and standard deviation.
Variance,
And standard deviation.
how much values you got?
93.2 and 9.64.
Now this is the answer we got from the second method, and we already did from the first method also.
Yes, sir.
You check the answers whether they are same or different for variance and standard deviation.
Yes, sir. It's the same answer.
So what happens, like this, same problem can be done by different methods. Whichever you feel more easy, more convenient for you to apply, which you can do it more quickly. So that method you can follow.
Yes, sir.
But if they ask you to do in a particular method, you have to do by that particular method only.
Yes, sir.
If they don't ask any particular method, now we have experience of working in different methods, and you will know which is easy, which is convenient for you. Some students may find the first method is easy. Some people may find that second
Yes,
method
sir.
is easy. So
Yeah.
now use the method which is more convenient to you and more easy for you to apply.
Yes, sir.
So important thing is in this tabular column method, you must be able to write the table with the heading of the columns. The moment the problem is given. Once you write the heading, answers you know.
Yes, sir.
So marks are guaranteed in the exam hall itself. We don't have to come back and check.
Yeah.
But if you cannot write the table with the heading of the columns, then you will not know how to start, what are the things to do, etc.
Yes, sir.
But if you know the definition what I gave you, by remembering the definition also you can work out.
Yeah, if we remember the definition, we will recall it.
Step by step we can do that method also.
Yeah.
That means we have 3 different methods.
Yeah. Definition one,
So
variance and standard deviation.
No, variance and standard deviation, 2 methods. One is using the mean deviation, another not using the mean deviation.
Yes, sir.
So if in solving problems at home now during the study period, whatever is given, you try to do by all the three methods so that you'll become familiar with the methods of doing the problem.
Which of
Then
each?
calculation steps, multiplication, division, errors, and type of answers we can expect. All such things will come. So
Yeah.
the answers may not be exactly matching in all methods also, because in the calculator when we do, it gives for several digits accuracy, and we note down
Yes, sir.
for only certain digits only we note down, 2 digits or 3 digits as asked in the problem, or we will make our own decision. Then what
Yes, sir.
happens, there may be slight difference between the answers obtained by one method and after answer obtained by the other method.
Yes, sir.
So that way you will be able to learn all the methods very easily.
Yes, sir.
Now this I had given you 4 problems there,
Yeah, sir.
in finding the this one mean in the beginning.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now this is we have done this one. So
Yeah.
the other problems also you
You
use
try
by
to work it out, sir.
all the 3 methods you work out
Okay.
and practice it. And tomorrow you tell me what are the difficulties you have got or anything is like that.
Yes,
If you need any clarifications, then we can continue further and we can take up the next classes. So once that revision portion you are thorough, the remaining
we
lesson,
can start the normal class.
remaining lessons will become very, very easy.
Very
Otherwise,
easy.
if you straight away go to that lesson there, you will not understand anything, how to start, where to go, like that.
Then it will be difficult to you
Yeah,
also
yeah.
and me also.
So that is why beginning it is very important to repeat the elementary background lessons as many times as possible, so that when taking up the further lessons, there will not be any difficulty coming there.
Yes, sir.
You are able to follow? And any difficulty you got, you please write down in a sheet of paper so that you may not forget to ask me. And if there are any doubts, I will be clarifying that and we will go further. If there are no doubts, then there is no problem.
Yeah. Okay.
Now this duration, see, I have taught from even 12 hours a day also.
Yeah.
Without break, with a small break for lunch or tea, like that also. But no class is less than 2 hours. It will be between 2 to 3 hours normally. So beginning lessons I try to keep at around 2 hours plus minus some few minutes. Because examination all you have to sit for 3 hours.
Yeah.
So you might get a free training now to sit for 3 hours at one place and work.
Yeah.
Then you will not find difficulty in sitting in the exam hall for 3 hours. Otherwise, many people will come out after 1 hour bell or half an hour bell and they say they can't sit for a long time.
Yeah.
So you must be able to use the full 3 hours in examination hall, so that answering each questions at a higher speed, you will be able to answer more questions than other students.
Yes, sir.
So that comes by repeated practice only. There is no shortcut for this.
Yes, sir.
So please do this, try this, and we can continue. Please tell your friends who are very serious in attending classes. This is I am giving free classes. I am not charging any money for this.
Yes, sir.
I want maximum people to get benefit out of this.
Yeah, sir. Sure, sir.
So you can tell all your friends, they can contact me.
Okay, sir.
Preferably,
I have shared your contact also, but they have joined or they have already joined.
If they joined, it is okay. If they joined, it is okay. But if they still want, because it is free, there they might have paying an enormous amount of money, and there may be some people who are ready to join also.
Yeah, sir.
Such people can contact me. So I will try to say wherever I can accommodate, I will try to accommodate.
Okay, sir. No problem.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you.
So tomorrow we can meet at the same time.
Yeah, sir, sure.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.